Sophie, can you tell us why you came to see me with your little daughter Amber and why you wanted to pursue the CAP program? I observed my daughter Amber having emotional reactions that were excessive and not normal. And I really felt that she was suffering a lot. When we would do something, her homework, for example, and she couldn't complete the task, this would become disproportionately important to her. I was truly confounded when she reacted in this way, with tears or even sometimes mutilating her hands because she could not calm herself down. What really troubled me was that, as her mother, I was powerless to help her. As parents, understandably, we want to find solutions for our children, and I simply couldn't. When I heard about CAP, your method where the springboard is linking music and drawing, it was a portal I found very natural because I'm a dancer and working without language or words. This is something I can really relate to. I was insistent that Amber should try this nonverbal approach. I was certain it would be beneficial for her. And when she began the work of CAP, I truly felt that she was doing it with joy. There was never any reluctance about going. She was always excited to go and participate in the program. As we left each session, I remarked to myself that something was happening. She did not speak to me about the session itself, but I could see that her mood was different, that she always had a positive reaction. Either she jumped for joy when walking down the street, or I sensed that she was more lively. There was a lightness about her body. During the program, which lasted 3 months, she didn't speak to me about the content. She didn't tell me what happened during the sessions, so I felt like it was her own secret garden. But I could tell by her behavior at home that it was doing her a lot of good. For sure. What did you observe in her change? You noticed a better management of emotions, I think? And you even gave me examples when you saw her talking to herself to gain control over her state of mind. Right. Yes. It was as if she asked herself questions, as if she was undergoing a shift. I have a problem. Good. And she was capable to find the solution to calm herself or to try a new strategy. For example, she went to her bedroom where she made a drawing or something like that. She applied herself to finding a solution for each stressful situation, a word to herself or cheering herself when she felt like she would lose it. But she no longer succumbed to anxiety attacks that traumatized her and made her suffer. So the attacks have stopped? Oh, yes. Completely. They are completely gone. I observed that she even, now that she has done the program twice, can joke about her reactions. Yes, she has a sense of humor when dealing with these emotional situations that might arise. She turns them around by poking fun at herself. Sometimes I'm surprised to see how she does this with such ease. She knows there's a problem, but she will bypass it, treating it in perspective or with self-mockery. What did you think of the assessment? Was there a helpful aspect to the drawing and to getting this final assessment? Right. What most surprised me, and also her father, Gilles, was that everything became clear thanks to the interpretation of the drawings. We understood many things. It's as if we learned things about ourselves by discovering certain aspects of our child that we did not know before. I understood that the journey Amber undertook through those 12 drawings gave her something. And we felt that even if it was she who did the work, who took the course, our family was equally impacted by her progress. This has had huge repercussions. It awakened things emotionally in us, and that put in perspective all the ties that one can have in a family and the importance of things that we can bring to each other. That's how I understood the statement of the 13th week. Without returning to personal details, it's what perhaps impressed me the most. Amber advanced along her personal path, but also helped all the members of our family make progress too. So there's a real family dynamic that you discovered through Amber's work. Yes, she moved us all forward. And that revealed that she was freed of certain things, that she accepted, I think, being the child she is and the child she would like to become. And the process really revealed to us who she was and how we could support her in who she is and in her differences also. And I'll go even further. In society, the fact of being different is a problem, especially for children. And I'm very happy to see that now Amber accepts being different from other children. It doesn't pose any problems for her. And I hope for her sake that this continues. Now Amber will talk about her friends. Tessa, she's not like me, she's like this, etc. And that's how I can tell that the CAP program has truly revealed my daughter's true personality, letting her live with her emotions fully as she wishes in her own way. That's wonderful. It's not obvious. You bring up things that are very important because one of the goals of CAP is to help children to become themselves. Yes, by drawing what we wish they would be for the child herself and for us as parents, we really need to show that it's not us who build or create the child's personality. We do help, but the child has the right to be how she is. It is she who will forge her own path herself. We only need to accompany the child, to make it visible, to reveal what our child wants to be, to understand her in depth. And this understanding lets us support our child in a good way, without projecting anything and saying, my child must be this way, or I want her to be that way. And CAP brought you what you needed to achieve this? Yes, because the fact of having awakened in ourselves as parents certain emotions through what Amber experienced during the CAP program allowed us to better understand our child and to better support her. It's obvious. You know that in the Orpheus Institute, catharsis plays an important role in helping children and all people who live with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. But CAP is just one aspect, for there is also the big multimedia production. And since you are a dancer, yes, that struck me. And I am especially sensitive to that because it's true, I am myself a dancer and a dance teacher. I do not believe in coincidence. Having made the professional choice to use movement as language, I place a lot of importance on body language and artistic language in general. I know the impact it has, both on the body and the emotions, to not have to use words, and how a show can move and emotionally awaken a person. As an artist myself, but also as a person who has experienced the power of spectacle, there is a powerful impact and huge emotional dimension. Sometimes, when we go to see a stage spectacle, and I have experienced this often, strong emotions are awakened, but we are not necessarily aware of exactly what we have experienced there. And I believe that with your mission, with the center that you are planning, it is truly good to take charge of the emotions revealed by the combination of different art forms, whether it is dance, music, visual arts, so that after, experts may support the spectators, having had the experience of catharsis, and may explain to them the emotions that they felt. I think that this can do a lot of good in freeing the emotions through verbalization, language also. But that's not enough. I believe that we put up barriers with words, but with nonverbal communication in the artistic medium, we cannot lie. We surpass mental barriers. And this is, I think, a very important dimension that we can achieve. You have explained how you were proud to participate with Amber as an ambassador. Can you describe this pride that you expressed to me? And can you tell us what you think about the Institute's core values? As Amber's mother, I am proud that my daughter is an ambassador of the Orpheus Institute because it promotes the values that we share and that are important to humankind in general. When I visited your website, there was something that really struck me and which shines in everything you do. Love of humanity. Humankind can be helped in the most profound and best way possible, simply, without artifice. And that's just amazing.